Welcome to this explainer on the hijack, BGP vulnerabilities, and RPKI ROV defense. Every single day, trillions of packets of highly sensitive data traverse the globe, and we all just kind of assume the paths they're taking are secure. But what if the very map guiding all that data was fundamentally broken? Let's get right into it. So I want to kick things off by having us imagine a massive global highway system where the traffic cops just blindly trust any detour sign anyone puts up without ever checking a badge. What if the internet's traffic system relied entirely on that kind of blind trust? Well, instead of validating credentials, major autonomous systems, or ASNs, are basically out there blindly accepting global routing tables from their neighbors without a shred of cryptographic proof. It sounds like a total recipe for disaster, right? But honestly, that is surprisingly close to how a massive chunk of our underlying digital routing operates today.
And this brings us right to Section 1, BGP, and its trust-based flaw.
Right at the center of all this is BGP, the Border Gateway Protocol. This is the internet's main traffic cop, and it's a system natively susceptible to prefix hijacking and route leaks, entirely due to its trust-dependent design. BGP just natively assumes that all the routing instructions it gets from other autonomous systems are entirely honest. If a neighboring network pops up and announces, "Hey, I have the absolute best path to a specific block of IP addresses," BGP traditionally just takes that claim at face value and immediately starts forwarding traffic their way. No questions asked.
Because BGP operates on this foundational blind trust, the source text actually explicitly highlights the, quote, inherent security flaws that make the entire internet vulnerable. And here's the thing. This isn't some coding bug that someone just introduced by mistake. It's actually a legacy of the early internet's implicit trust model. Back in the 80s and 90s, the internet was basically a small community of network operators who all literally knew each other. But today, with tens of thousands of totally disparate networks spanning the globe, that legacy assumption of trust has completely transformed into a massive structural vulnerability.
Let's move on to Section 2 to see what happens when this goes wrong, the route hijacking threat. Now, here is where things get real. The crucial point is that this trust-based architecture basically rolls out the red carpet for attackers to easily execute unauthorized route redirections. Because there's zero native verification built into BGP, a malicious actor can just announce they own IP addresses that totally don't belong to them. It's exactly like putting up a fake detour sign. And this isn't just theoretical. We've seen major real-world incidents where traffic meant for massive financial institutions or huge global cloud providers was suddenly and silently diverted through a malicious actor's servers in a completely different country. By exploiting this one flaw, attackers can steal, intercept, or completely black hole global network traffic.
Thankfully, there's a fix. Let's look at Section 3, RPKI, the cryptographic shield.
So how do we fix this foundational blind trust issue? Well, we introduce RPKI, or Resource Public Key Infrastructure. This is an absolutely vital defensive framework that utilizes cryptographic authorizations. Instead of relying on that incredibly outdated digital handshake, RPKI acts like a secure dispatcher, linking IP address allocation directly to a cryptographic trust anchor. It gives us an out-of-band system that definitively proves exactly which autonomous system is actually authorized to originate a specific IP prefix. And the way it does this in practice is through ROAs, Route Origin Authorizations. These are published by RPKI, so border routers can definitively verify legitimate sources. To really wrap our heads around this, let's look at the data making up a ROA. A route origin authorization strictly ties an autonomous system number to a specific IP prefix, and crucially, it specifies a maximum prefix length. Think of it as an unforgeable cryptographic badge that ensures network traffic is only ever directed by legitimate authorized network owners. Looking at this side-by-side contrast is pretty fascinating. On one hand, we're moving away from a fragile, natively vulnerable honor system that's BGP's trust-dependent design, and on the other, we're moving toward a highly robust, cryptographically secure defense framework provided by RPKI. Think about that pivot for a second. We are fundamentally shifting how we secure global communications, swapping out blind faith for absolute mathematical certainty. All right, time to roll up our sleeves. Section 4, the lab, active defense. Now it's time to put you in the driver's seat to apply these theoretical concepts in a practical setting. In this hands-on lab scenario, you are the validating border router. You aren't just sitting on the sidelines observing routing tables, you're literally standing right at the edge of your enterprise network, holding the line against global routing anomalies, and you're responsible for carefully inspecting all inbound data before it's allowed to enter your infrastructure. To execute this defense, you're going to be running ROV, or Route Origin Validation. This is the technical mitigation skill of actively checking inbound routes against those published ROAs. So instead of just blindly accepting a path, Route Origin Validation systematically categorizes every single inbound route into one of three specific states: valid, invalid, or not found. It's the mechanical process of rigorously enforcing those cryptographic rules in real time right at your front door.
Okay, so let's walk through the exact three-step technical mitigation procedure you'll execute. First up, you analyze inbound updates. That means meticulously parsing the BGP announcements coming from your external peers. Second, you verify prefix lengths. This is absolutely critical because attackers frequently try to use more specific prefixes to artificially win routing paths. By checking against that max prefix length defined in the ROA, you spot these anomalies instantly. And finally, step 3. If a route evaluates as invalid, you block malicious hijacking attempts. You proactively drop those unauthorized sub-prefix hijacked routes, totally neutralizing the threat before a single packet can be misdirected.
What I love about this is the true empowerment it gives you. By combining theoretical vulnerability analysis directly with hands-on technical mitigation skills, you've gone from simply understanding a global internet vulnerability to actually possessing the exact technical recipe required to protect your own infrastructure. You've got the blueprint to actively defend the gateway.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this final thought. How much of your daily digital life still relies on unverified trust? Seriously, given what you now know about BGP's massive historical blind spots and the active cryptographic effort it takes to secure them, ask yourself what other massive digital systems that you use every single day might be built on nothing more than a simple, outdated handshake.